Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in for another Elden Ring boss guide. This time we're going in on Wormface. Wormface is found here in front of this minor Erdtree that you can find in Altus Plateau. It takes the place of a regular Erdtree avatar. You have to be careful with this one. He sprays Deathblight everywhere. And Deathblight, basically, if the meter for Deathblight builds all the way up, you get instantly taken out no matter how much health you have. It completely zeroes you out, kills you off immediately. He does have some melee moves as well, and as well as a very constant command grab attack where basically he just keeps reaching down trying to grab you, and then he'll try to eat you. Keep in mind that when it comes to command grabs, you can spam the bumpers on your controller. I'm not sure what mouse and keyboard do, but I do believe if you spam R1 and L1, you'll be able to break free of like the full damage of it, and that's something you can do against this guy as well, because it's basically small bits of damage for a long period of time. That's how I've always broken out of it, and it does work pretty well. It does change the amount of damage you take. So with that in mind, we're going to try to avoid the command grab. We're going to try to avoid all the death being sprayed everywhere. And try not to get stomped on. Let's do this. You can see how large he is. He's quite large with a big old cloak. The big secret to this guy is trying to stay behind him. But it can be tough because he stomps around. He tries to grab you. It gets kind of weird. Here's the grab. Shoot, he's eating me. All right, let's spam R1 and L1. Okay, he did about half my health there, but you see how the animation continues there? It can actually do more damage if you're not careful. And to dodge that, you basically have to dodge it at the very last second, just like Eleanor of the Briar. If you dodge it at the very last second, then it won't hit you. However, keep in mind that he'll keep doing it over and over again. So I've seen him do it at like 5 grab attempts in a row. And now you can see he's just basically spraying death everywhere. It gets kind of gross and builds up Deathblight extremely fast over a wide field. And there's that grab again. Let's do some jump attacks, land our damage, and get out. That's the big thing. You just don't want him to try to grab you. You see how he's grabbing over and over? That was 3 grab attempts in a row there. He stomps. He tries to smash his head on the ground. He's puking death stuff everywhere. It gets just kind of gross. And as you can see, as long as you can stay just behind his legs, you're able to land a lot of damage without too much risk. He does walk backwards, but if you can manage to stay behind while you're swinging your weapons, you'll be able to get through him in no time. Luckily, he doesn't have a whole lot of health, so there is that as well. And another tip for this would be if you do have a heavier weapon, if you do a lot of jump R2 attacks, you'll be able to stagger him actually pretty easily. He doesn't have a whole lot of poise because he's not armored. And if you can get a critical hit on him, it does extra damage because their heads are particularly weak to physical damage. Or at least that's what it seems like, because they take a lot of extra damage. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope this video does help you. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you soon for more.